Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful reveals Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, was already floored when he saw Melissa Dillon, Sydney Bullock, at Il Giardino. When Will shook the truth out of Dillon, she admitted she only lied because Ivy Forrester, Ashley Brewer, made her. I think Will is about to hit back hard in defense of Dillon. Let's talk about how Electra Forrester is going to be in for a shock. I think that Will's going to clap back at her Aunt Ivy for her horrible bullying of Dillon. Things are about to explode. We're heading into the last 2 weeks of sweeps, so lots of big action is coming. Ivy was waving red flags left and right this week when she told Will and Electra that they needed to forget about Dillon. Ivy practically told Electra to stop talking about Dillon. She said they would probably never hear from her again, and that would be the best thing. Meanwhile, Will was shocked to find out Dillon is back to living in her car. She got a job at Il Giardino the same day he saw her there. To be fair, Dillon was thinking about Ivy's threat that she better never tell Will or Electra what they talked about. Dillon did try to stick to that. She tried to lie and cover, but Will demanded the truth. Dillon finally cracked and said, "It's Ivy." This week, Will is going to hear firsthand what happened with Ivy from Dillon. Then we're going to see it come from the other side again, because it sounds like Ivy is going to accuse Will of being inappropriate, which is Ivy's new go-to word. Will is going to bring Dillon back to the beach house and then text Electra to come over ASAP. It may be that Will wanted to talk to just Electra, but Ivy may tag along, especially if she finds out that Dillon is there. Ivy is going to tell Electra it's time she learned the truth about Dillon and Will. Ivy is going to tell Electra what she saw when she was snooping and basically trespassing. We all know Dillon fell into Will's lap while she was wearing her ballet clothes. It was innocent enough, and nothing happened. It looked saucier in the promo than it was in the episode. Of course, Ivy doesn't see anything innocent about it. I'm sure she is going to make Will look really bad to Electra, but probably put most of the heat onto Dillon. Will is going to be stunned when Electra hits him with an ultimatum by the end of the week. I'm guessing Ivy is going to be as toxic as possible during this interaction. I really used to like Ivy. This writing for her is out of character and over the top. It's Brad Bell twisting characters around in a moment to accomplish something in the storyline, rather than finding a more graceful way to make it happen without violating character history. Based on what Ivy says, I expect Electra may say that Will has to cut Dillon out of his life 100%. We all know Will genuinely loves Electra, but if she believes Ivy over him, he may look at Electra in a different light. Plus, Will hates that Dillon is back to living in her car. I don't think Will is going to handle that very well. Everything Ivy saw was done at Will's invitation, and he might hit back with his own ultimatum. We know from official Bold and the Beautiful 2026 spoilers that Electra and Will are going to have relationship issues. I think Will is probably going to flip out on Ivy because she's making these accusations that Dillon is behaving inappropriately. This means Ivy is also accusing Will of cheating and wrongdoing. As far as he's concerned, he and Dillon didn't do anything wrong. Will fed some spare food to a jobless girl who probably couldn't even eat because she's so broke. He insisted that Dillon help him babysit Hayes Forrester. Will hit the roof when Ivy accuses him of betraying Electra because in his mind, he was being a nice guy. Will kick Ivy out of his house and make it clear she's no longer welcome. There is also a legit concern that Will might have some sort of low-key crush on Dillon, even though he is in love with Electra. We saw those weird flashbacks Will was having of Dillon dancing and in her swimsuit. That suggests there may be something more than friendly interest. I wonder if Deke Sharp tells Will he found Dillon eating out of the dumpster. If he does, I think that's going to make Will even more likely to lash out at Ivy and Electra. Remember, Electra made a big deal and said it wasn't okay for Will to feed Dillon the leftover chicken. That was teriyaki chicken gate. Will may see, after learning she was eating from the trash, that if he hadn't fed Dylan, she might have gone hungry that night. He won't tolerate that. Will be horrified to learn that Dylan was eating from the trash because Ivy was sneaking, assuming, and making threats. Will may also put his foot down about his own house. He may tell Dylan she's welcome to stay, but Ivy needs to go and never come back. He may also assume Electra asked Ivy to spy on him, which could cause more issues. He may say Electra doesn't get to make ultimatums about who lives in his house. Will may go talk to his mom, Katie Logan, to get advice. She thought Will being charitable to Dylan was very nice. It's a little strange she's staying at Will's house, but if it's Dylan living in her car and being unsafe versus safe in Will's guest room, that's better in the short term. Katie may let Will vent and then suggest that maybe Electra is not as nice as they thought she was. Yes, she got a raw deal with the Remy Price situation and Luna Nazwa, but otherwise, Electra has had a silver spoon in her mouth. She's been very threatening to Dylan when they're alone. Either Electra is really two-faced or the writing is super inconsistent. I don't think Electra is going to get the outcome from the ultimatum that she's hoping for. As for Ivy, I'm hoping Will reads her for filth for trespassing, spying, and bullying a homeless person. I saw people on Soap social media saying Ivy gave her money. Ivy handed her a little stack of bills and said, "Fill up your car, drive, and keep going." For reference, it costs about $60 to fill up a sedan at California prices these days. Ivy offered her a small stack of bills, maybe a couple of $100. Either way, Dylan is not dumpster diving for fun. She clearly has no money, and Will is not going to let the bullying continue. I hope he reads Ivy the riot act. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.